Hello, my name is Kelly James Barker. You're tuned in to Spotlight on the Ozarks. My guest tonight is Tom Lovato. And he's from Spokane, Missouri. I got you, Tom. Don't worry about it, buddy. Anyway, he's on the show tonight. He's a musician and quite a local talent here in the Ozarks. So we'll be back with him and talk to him if I can talk. We'll be back right after these messages. Roy.
The rural American lifestyle. It's how we work. It's how we play. It's how we learn and how we enjoy the finer things in life. How we take care of our animals and tend to the land. It's a way of life. Has been for hundreds of years. Now there's a whole new way for rural America to watch TV.
J.R.'s Western Store. Get a kick out of life. Well, I'm a city boy, but I was born to roam. It takes a pair of boots to make me feel at home. It gives me some personality, you know. Some says this is me. When you want to get a kick out of life, go to J.R.'s and do it right. J.R.'s Western Store. Yeah, it's time you get a kick out of life.
And we're back. And my guest tonight, as I said, is Tom Lovato.
There you go.
Lovato. Okay, Tom, good to meet you,
Nice
sir.
to meet you.
All right, now, I'm going to tell you like I tell everybody, can't move too much in these chairs because they squeak.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to kind of sit real still, you know. It's a cheap show. I say that every time because it's true. It's a cheap show. But we have a lot of fun. And so next season, we're talking about getting new chairs. That's on the budget, isn't it?
Yes.
We're going to have to renegotiate my fee?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. But you'll be making the same as everybody else has made.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'll double yours, don't tell. No, Tom is from Spokane,
That's
Missouri.
right.
And that's between Springfield, Missouri and Branson.
That's right.
So, was you born there?
No, I was born in Lahana, Colorado.
Okay.
Yeah, 1962.
Now, the name Lovato, is that, what is that?
That's Italian, that's Indian, Navajo Indian,
Wow.
and it's also Mexican.
Wow.
Yeah.
You don't know what you are.
Well, you know what? I get asked that all the time.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm most often mistaken for an Italian.
Yeah.
And I blend right in with the Indians.
Mm-hmm.
They've got a lot of Lovatos in Mexico.
Yeah.
So people always ask me, where are you from? And I said, I'm from America. I'm an American.
Yeah, right.
And then they go, well, hold it. Where's your parents from? I said, oh, now you got me.
Yeah.
They're from America also.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh,
there you
well,
go.
okay. Where's Grandma and Grandpa from? Oh, they're from Mexico. Oh, you're Mexican.
Yeah, so they come from Mexico?
All the way from Mexico.
Okay. And, you know, looking at you and we just met, of
Right.
course, so I've known you on Facebook some, but you look Mexican.
Yeah.
You know, I bet you also look Italian.
I get mistaken for Italian all the time.
Yeah. When I was younger, I had an afro.
Did you?
I did. And I was always little Mexican kids, you know, whatever. To me, I'm like, man, I don't know what you're talking about. And I look just like, you know. And, so, but I don't have to worry about that, and I don't have much hair up there.
Well,
on that top.
you got a nice derby.
Yeah, it's hot in here, I'll tell you that. Hey, tell me, how long have you been in the Branson area?
Well, we left Las Vegas, Nevada in 2002 with my 2-year-old, my wife and I, and we moved to the other side of Missouri around the Boot Heel to Poplar Bluff.
Okay.
And I worked out that way at a music store for a while. My background's in heating and air conditioning. I did some of that. And then we moved over here about 14 years ago.
Okay.
We had bought some property in the Galena Reed Springs area, 20 acres, and we just sat on it. We lived in the Ozarks, and then we sat on that for about 2 years. It improved in value. We sold it at just the right time. We made enough money to get a great down payment on a home. So we bought a lot in a neighborhood in Spokane, and then we had built a house on there.
Cool.
So that house just turned 12 years old.
Wow.
On Father's Day.
Well, that's neat.
Now, how do you beat that when my wife says, I got you a house for Father's Day? What can I expect for Mother's Day? Right?
Yeah. What have you done?
She's getting a good dinner, that's for sure.
Good dinner. You better get a real good dinner for that. That's really neat. So now, how old did you have one child? Or?
Well, we've got a daughter, and she's given us 3 grandchildren. She lives in Castle Rock,
I was
Colorado.
going to say, how old is she?
Yeah, Castle Rock, Colorado. And
she's that old to give you 3 grandkids. Don't tell her age, because she's a woman.
That's right. And then our son, who was 2 when we got here, just turned 18, and he'll be going to college in Bolivar, Missouri, Southwest Baptist University. So
that's cool. That's a nice.
Just graduated from Spokane High.
What's he going to major in?
Well, he wants to go into computers. In fact, cyber security.
Oh.
Yeah, so he's got a long road ahead of him, learning all the stuff that he needs to do to be able to track other people who are tracking you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I need to make friends with him, and he learns what he's doing. I said, man, you're my best friend. What's going on with my computer? We had a problem just a while ago with one of our cameras, and you just got to be smarter than the equipment, you know?
Well, yeah.
But sometimes I'm not.
Well, I had a little trouble with my camera. Good thing you had some rubber bands.
Yeah. Hey, we're rigged here, you know. It's like I said, it's a cheap show, you know. Tom, you work at, where is it you work at?
Branson Center Stage.
I
That's
knew
right.
that, yeah. My mind just, there, I'm back. You play music there?
I do. Branson Center Stage has music Monday through Saturday, every day, beginning at 9 o'clock in the morning until they close.
Wow.
Sunday, no music. But I perform there typically with a band. My band is Tom Lovato and Friends, and so I have a lot of musician friends. So when it's my turn to get on stage, I just call up my drummer and a bass player and a saxophone player, maybe a keyboard player.
Cool.
And they join me on stage, and that's what we do.
So do you do jazz music then, or what?
Well, I like jazz. I like jazz a lot. In fact, I wrote a jazz tune that's on my first album. You Were Always There.
We'll talk about those in the next go
But
round.
primarily, I'm a lot more acoustic orientated and maybe a little more folky. That my background is in the 60s and 70s singer-songwriters.
Right. Yeah, like the Beatles.
Big Beatles fan.
Me
Big
too.
Beatles fan.
Hey, the movie came out yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah, did you got yesterday?
That's the name of the movie.
That's the name of the movie, yeah. And Mike and Gail, you went and seen it. How was it? No, give us a review. Good?
It was good. It was
What's
very
that?
good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah,
Very
I want
end,
to.
It was neat because you heard different ones trying to kind of singing in on the end after when it was rolling credits.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could hear that or not, but she said it's our sound lady. She's like this. At the end, it was real. It was wrong. Okay, I speak up, man. Anyway, it's a good movie.
That's going to be a date night for my wife and I to go see yesterday.
For Mother's Day.
Well, we don't have to wait till Mother's Day.
Early Mother's Day.
Okay.
And Christmas.
Yeah. We'll just wrap it all up in one.
I bet she'd appreciate me. You need to shut up, you hillbilly. So you, but what else do? You do other music in other places?
Right.
I'm looking at some of the places that you're booked in and have played this year. Walkabout Coffee Shop in Nixa.
Yeah, that's an Australian-themed coffee house. I also served in the U.S. Navy under Ronald Reagan, and we actually went down under.
Oh.
So we hit Hawaii, Korea, Singapore, Hong Kong, Japan, the Philippine Islands, Diego Garcia, which is pretty much Gilligan's Island,
Wow.
out in the middle of the Indian Ocean. And then we got down to Australia.
Wow.
And so the Walkabout, I thought, boy, that ought to be a great place. When they opened up, I was there opening music, opening event, grand opening, and that was a great place to play.
And so they're still in business.
They're
though.
still in business after all these years. I'm guessing about 8 or 9 years.
Okay.
Great place great coffee house to play out
And
at.
then another place is the Black Lab Coffee Company.
That's
Republic?
in Springfield. Republic. And I happened to see one of my friends, Stephen Brown, playing there. Another good guitar player, singer songwriter. And I checked it out, and the owner said he'd like me to come in, and I played there. And he's invited me to come back again.
Cool.
It's a little bit longer drive for me, but
Yeah.
so is coming here.
Yeah, this is a lot longer than just Republic, isn't it? Yeah. I used to love to go to Republic before they took Ruby Tuesdays out.
Oh,
They
yeah,
just
there's
took it
good
out.
eating there.
Yeah. So Mike and I, we like Ruby Tuesdays. So every now and then we'll run to a music store in Springfield, and we have to go to Ruby Tuesdays while we're there.
We had a Ruby
Tuesday.
Tuesdays in Nixa. That's close to where I live, and they just went out of business too.
I know, and one in Joplin just went out about 3-4 months ago. I don't know why, but I hate it because they got the best. I'm doing a plug for Ruby Tuesday. They got the best salad and hot wings I ever put in my mouth. I love it. Same thing for years. That's all I ever got. You know, they go, "Did you ever going to do anything different?" I go, "Why? It works." You know, I love it. Kay's Coffee in Branson, Missouri.
Yeah, Kay's Coffee is a unique coffee shop. The owner named it after his daughter. And because of ASCAP, BMI, and CSAC, they went in and said, hey, you can't have anybody doing cover tunes in this place or we're going to shut you down or get you a big fine.
Yeah.
And so I had been playing in there doing the Beatles and the Eagles and James Taylor and all the other kind of stuff I do and my originals. And they said, Tom, you can only do originals in here.
We understand that.
Yeah.
That's how it is on this show, unless it's really old public domain.
Public domain,
yeah.
right.
Yeah. So we do that too. Now we have done shows where we did cover songs, but yeah, you got all the red tape. You got to, publishers to pay off and all that. It just gets to be a pain. Plus, most everybody, like yourself and me, and most of our guests are songwriters.
That's right.
So let's get our songs out there and let the people listen to them.
And that's the good thing about Kay's Coffee is that I can do a 2-hour show of just my original music.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Anyways, a whole list of things here, but coming up, and I don't know when this will air because these shows will go to the station, and then we may not even be on till fall. I'm not sure when they're going to air.
Right. So there'll
but,
probably be some editing. I understand.
Well, like we can tell people where you're going to be at, like April 20th, May. Those are gone. June, July 6th is the next one. Mm-hmm. And you're going to be at Chateau on the Lake in Branson.
Well, that's kind of up in the air right now. That's why that's listed in red.
It's in red.
After I'm done here, I'm going to hustle down to Branson. I've got a performance right after this show.
Sure.
In Branson.
Where are you playing at?
I'm playing at Lakewood Church in Branson West.
Cool.
They're having a fish fry, and the Soggy Bottom Boys are going to be there.
Oh.
And myself and a Mullins, Melinda Mullins, I think is her name.
Okay.
So I'm just one of 3 performers that are going to be in Branson West this afternoon.
Well, fish fry, man. We all just close up. We got another show to do after this one. We just have to close up and go down there. And then I see here Lakewood Church fish fry, June 29th. Yeah, it's today.
Yeah.
And then and you got us on here. Only thing it's not Kelly James and Folk Review. That's our other show. This is Spotlight on the Ozarks.
Okay.
Yeah, Tom, you got to watch that.
That's right. That's what we call a typo in the business.
That's what you call me being smart, Alec. I'm sorry. And then you're going to be playing at what's this? Chris Jackson.
Yeah, Chris Jackson. It's coming up this Sunday. He's an evangelist.
Okay.
Chris Jackson has opened up a ministry in one of his homes. He recently got married, and so between I think Oklahoma and here in Notch, Missouri, he's gathering together some musicians, and we'll play some music, and he'll share a message, and we'll have some fellowship and some good food. So
cool.
Kind of excited about that. We did that about a month ago, and it went over really good.
Good. And then Vintage Paris.
Vintage Paris, are you familiar with them?
Hollister. I've heard of them.
They
you're there July 27th?
July 27th. Yeah, I'll have a whole band there too.
And one thing about it, all these places that we're listing is places that if people are in Branson, just check these all out.
Right, within driving distance.
You're probably going to be at one of these.
I'll hit them again.
Yeah, over and over. So, yeah. 2 minutes.
Oh, great. Well, then we don't want to forget that last one, Taste of the Town.
No, yeah.
Taste of the Town is in Branson, being hosted by Our Lady of the Lake Catholic Church.
Okay.
And they're having a auction. They're having an auction and a silent auction, and the wine will be flowing because Catholics like to drink wine. And so great food from all over the Branson area. Center Stage will also be having some food there. And they've hired us the last couple of years to come in and be the entertainment.
That's you and your band then.
That's right. Tom Lovato and Friends.
I was just laughing at Catholics like wine. I'll clip that out. No, I won't. Hey, if you're Catholic, you probably already know it. So it's all fine. That's fine. Hey, a lot of Baptists like wine too.
Hey, how about that?
I've known a few Assembly of God. That's where I'm from. Drink a little wine. Mm-hmm. Oh, but anyway, that's why I said before we started the show, we got to drink water. I said in the old days it had been a shot of whiskey. We'd really had a good show. But yeah, now, so you got a wedding, but that's up in the air?
That's up in the air too. So we'll see how that one goes. And that's in Arkansas.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Bella Vista, Arkansas. We'll see about that.
Wow. Well, you're busy, and you've been busy. So after what's going on?
It just went blank.
Oh, it went blank. Yeah. That's more of that problem over there. Yeah, we got. I tell you, are we close to going to a break? Are we?
We are.
Okay.
Time's up.
I think time's up. Okay, we're going to a break there, but we'll be back with Tom Lovato
Lovato.
Lovato.
You got
Okay.
it.
I usually mess names up so bad, but I think I got Lovato. I've got that.
You got that one
going
down.
on. You-
There you go.
You bet. We'll be back right after these messages.
Hello folks, my name's Jason Richardson. I'm the lead guitar player for Kelly's Country Junction, and I'm here to tell you about MJT guitars made in Carthage, Missouri. If you would like a custom-made vintage-style guitar, then you need to talk to Mark Jenny. He'll help you out with the style, feel, and sound you are looking for. They specialize in custom-aged finishes and are priced affordable, made with you in mind for the perfect sound and fit. MJT guitars, made for the working man.
And we're back with Spotlight on the Ozarks. My guest tonight has been and is Tom Lovato from Spokane. Wait a minute, Spokane.
That's right.
Missouri. Not Spokane, Spokane. Okay. Oh, I just butcher stuff up.
No, there's lots of people that call it Spokane.
Yes. Oh, good. Because I'm one of
Either way, you wouldn't be wrong. Someone would agree with you.
Oh, okay. Spokane, Missouri, because that's the way I would say it, I think. So, we were visiting a little bit though on the while the break there, and you said that your life hasn't always been a bed of roses.
That's for sure.
You've kind of went through some stuff. So, without giving any names of anybody else, but just talking about yourself and your testimony, tell the people kind of what's happened in your life and how where you're at now.
Well, as it turned out, in 1984, I was in the U.S. Navy. I think we mentioned that a little bit earlier.
Yes.
And after I left the U.S. Navy, I got involved with another musician, and we met in Indianapolis, Indiana. And things were not going so well back in 1984 for me. In fact, I'd say I was taking a nosedive and about to crash. I just didn't see up ahead what was going on. But I was making a lot of bad decisions. I had gotten started early in life in drugs, quite directly. In the 4th grade, I was still in cigarettes for mama. In the 5th grade, my older brother got me started on my first hit of marijuana. And then 6th grade, I took my first hit of speed. So I was heading down a pretty tragic road.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes for good songwriting now, but it was a pretty disastrous event to live through.
Yeah.
Even though I thought I was managing myself pretty well, I did manage to graduate high school, and I went into the Navy, and so here I am in Indianapolis, and I got involved with 2 other guys, and we actually went out and committed 2 counts of armed robbery.
Whoa.
And as crazy as that seems, I look back on it now and I go, where was my head? How could I have gotten involved that so far?
Yeah.
But I did. And the result of that was a sentence to do time in prison. And I could have got up to 40 years in prison for these 2 counts of armed robbery with a .38 handgun and a sawed-off .410 shotgun.
Ooh.
And so we all 3 of us, we ended up serving time in Indianapolis, in Plainfield, Indiana. And we got our sentences reduced somewhat. We had 2 charges, and we were charged 6 years on each of them, but to run concurrent. And wasn't it fortunate that I found Jesus in the county jail?
Yeah.
So that when I went into the prison, I had him to keep me up and keep me together. And I invested a lot of time in the Word of God and in fellowshipping with other Christians and the ministries that came in. Chuck Colson's prison ministry came in, was a neat part of...
I did some stuff with Chuck Colson, not with him personally, but his ministry, with jail ministry.
Right.
And we did some stuff over in Kansas with that ministry. Different little pockets was going in. Him and somebody else, I can't think of the other guy's name. But we would take Bibles in too, and we would minister to people, So,
well, that's exactly what was happening with me at the IYC facility, We refer to it lovingly as the Indiana Yacht Club.
I bet you do.
And so I got out on good behavior after 3 years.
Yeah,
but
that was God.
That was wonderful. Absolutely, absolutely God. So it was a radical transformation that happened in my life. And so my songwriting, of course, took a major change. And so I've been singing for the Lord and singing worship and praise in churches throughout the fruited plain, wherever I'm at. You know, I'm asked to perform and play and write and sing. And I performed, led worship in the last 30 years in Las Vegas, Nevada, and in Poplar Bluff, Missouri, and now in the Branson West area.
Yeah.
So just finished up 30 years of that.
Wow.
And so that's the major change in my life. And I oftentimes get asked to come and share that story to youth.
Yeah.
You know, that are perhaps on the edge of really just going over the deep end.
It just shows how God can turn your life around. You know, a lot of folks try to turn their own life around, and maybe you think you can, maybe you can, but 9 times out of 10, you can't.
That's for sure. That's for sure. You need God's help. You need the Holy Spirit.
That's right.
And I found that out, and I'm still finding that out because as much as I think I've got it together, I still don't have it together.
No, you know, as goofy as I am, and I've been a worship leader for close to over 35 years in different churches. You know, last one was a cowboy church for 7.5 years.
Oh, good.
We did modern worship, but it's a cowboy church.
Sure.
And then also, when I heard David Ingalls back in the early 80s, that's what turned my music around as far as writing for like God songs.
Right.
You know, and stuff. But I kind of relate with you on some of that. You do jazz, you do kind of the Beatles, or you do your own stuff.
Right.
And then you've also got the kind of worship music.
That's right.
And that's the way I am. I love all that.
Yeah.
You know?
Variety is the spice of life.
It is.
So I'm not just into one genre of salad music.
Yes.
You know, as much as I like classic rock and as much as I like some of the mellow pop, if you look at my catalog of music and songs I've been writing, I got the Jamaican tune. I've got the Renaissance tune.
Yeah.
I've got a country song. So I love variety.
Yep.
Love variety.
That's where I am. I've wrote everything from rap songs to Jamaican type songs to just anything. And if I haven't wrote it, then somebody says, "Well, why don't you write this?" I'll go, "Let me think on it," and I'll write it. Because I like.
That's great.
He's talking about your catalog and all. I tell you what. Can you get me pictures, once you go home, send them back to me of the albums?
Sure.
Okay, because then while we talk about them, you talk about them,
there you go.
I can put them up on the screen.
Great.
So tell us about the CDs you have, albums, and where people can get them.
Early on in Las Vegas, I was a co-lead vocalist in a Christian rock group called Under Grace. And that CD we released in '93 is still available. I'm also an artist on Reverb Nation, as are you. So if you go
I'm on several of them. I keep getting locked out of my own side. I'm not locked out, but I forget my stupid password. Yes.
Well, if you go to reverbnation.com/Tom Lovato, you'll have access to my two most recent albums. You Were Always There, released in 2011, and my newest release in 2015, 5 Minutes to 12.
Okay. Now, what's that about?
Well, they're contemporary Christian albums. It's a solo album.
Okay.
So, and then the Under Grace album, which was released in '93, is available. I have a Reverb Nation page there, reverbnation.com/Under Grace, and then the number 1. And that'll take you there. That's a tribute page to that band.
Okay.
So, and then, so the 2 albums, solo albums, are the most current stuff I've been doing as a solo artist.
Okay. What band did you have anybody backing you up? What bands or musicians were backing you on those?
Right. Well, the record labels, Tate Music Group record label, TMG, and they offered me a contract in 2010. My first solo CD came out in 2011. 4 years later, they contacted me again, offered me another contract to do another album. That was the 5 Minutes to 12 album, which came out in 2015. The bands, the musicians that were playing on that was pretty much me. What I would do is I have a digital recorder at home, and I would record all the instruments. Because I play like you. I play a large variety of instruments. I'll put my own keys down and bass lines, and lead and acoustic and electric. So I sent those to the studio, and they said, do you want to come in and record all the parts here? Or do you want our studio musicians to do it? And I go, oh, let the studio musicians do it. No doubt they'll be better musicians than me. And so I'm really happy with the results of my 2 CDs. They came out very well. And where they didn't come out so well, I threw in a lot of harmony, or else I hired another musician to come in, like a saxophone player. Marvelous Marvin Short out of Branson at the time. He played saxophone on both of my albums.
Okay.
And my current saxophone player, Jesse Serrano, is on the most recent album.
Cool. Now, do you have another place where they can get these? Like, what is all the different ways to get music?
Like CD Baby,
Yeah,
some of those things,
that, yeah.
outreaches. Well, I think your best bet is to contact me on Reverb Nation,
Okay.
and you can buy them right off that site.
Okay.
You can buy them individually. I think they're like 99 cents, or you can get
Yeah.
the whole album. If you want a hard copy, and not too many people are taking CDs anymore,
No.
but for those that want a hard copy or an autographed copy, then you can go ahead and contact me at Lost and Found Ministries, 112 Water Lane, Spokane, Missouri, 65754.
Okay.
That again is
Yes.
Lost and Found Ministries, 112 Water Lane, Spokane, Missouri, 65754.
Let's do it like they do on TV. They do it 3 or 4 times. Do it again.
112 Water Lane, Spokane, Missouri, 65754. Lost and Found Ministries, care of Tom Lovato.
I just want to make sure you could do that 3 times in a row. You did. I'm proud of you.
I know my address.
I did.
How about that?
I know. I don't know my phone number. Somebody asked me the other day, "What's your phone number?" I'll let me hang up and I'll call you back. How to find it, you know. Hey, from Branson, Missouri. I ask this all the time because Terry Wayne Sanders is a good friend of mine. Do you know Terry?
Yeah, Terry and I are good friends too. In fact, this Taste of the Town we talked about doing later this year, Terry was the host for that last year. And my band was up there. We were doing Satan Be Gone, one of the songs off that first album. And he came out dressed as Grandma Beulah.
Oh, yeah, Grandma. We love Grandma.
Grandma Beulah, and he was just dancing crazy.
Yeah.
And I thought, there's no way he's going to pass out from heat exhaustion,
Yeah.
because this is a little bit long song, and it's fast and upbeat. It's a little bit heavy metal almost, you know. It's just right on the verge of being too heavy, and he was just cutting loose.
Yeah.
And he actually did a cartwheel.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he just went. It was crazy.
He's a co-host here.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, when he can come.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
What the funniest thing is, he turned and he looked at me. The audience is behind him, and he grabs his skirt.
I know.
And
yes.
he ripped it off,
He
and he had a one-piece ladies' bathing suit on.
Actually, we have some. Actually,
It's crazy.
For this show, our new intro has him as Grandma Beulah, and she's doing a cartwheel and coming up, and I have to come in, and she's trying to cover herself up. She can't keep her clothes on.
Oh,
you
he's
know.
so funny. Yeah, so he's a great friend and a great. In fact, he's celebrating 40 years of being in the ministry, or in the comedy.
Yeah.
In Branson. So
He's
that's pretty exciting for him.
7 times. Now he's been voted 7 times Comedian of the Year from Branson.
And well worth it. Yeah.
that's
He's the
pretty
hardest working comedian in Branson. That's for sure.
Yeah, he has.
Thanks, Terry. We appreciate you, buddy.
Definitely, yeah. What, did you do something? Time, 2 minutes? 3, 4? 12 minutes? 2 minutes, 2 minutes, yeah. But when you come back, we're going to have you sing. a
Okay.
song. What are you going to sing for us?
I think I'll do Come Unto Me.
Okay.
Come Unto Me. And that's a bit of my personal testimony in song.
Okay, now is that the one you kind of went through a while ago?
No, that was a different song.
Okay. All righty. Well, I can't keep up with all the songs. So, anything that you want to tell the folks out there to get a hold of you again, or you just want to mention what you're going to be doing, or just anything?
Well, if you're in the Branson area, stop by Center Stage. You're going to get a great breakfast and a great lunch and a great dinner and lots of great entertainment as well. I serve breakfast and lunch there. How many musicians start off as a waiter or a waitress? And so there you go. So I'm serving breakfast and lunch there Monday through Friday.
And dishwasher.
Oh, I've been a dishwasher.
Yes.
I've done that all. I did 20 years of heating and air conditioning, and I just got out of that a few years ago. That's some good work, good paying work, but it's hard work, and it kept me away from my wife and son,
Yeah.
and that's why I cut that out to have more time with my family.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then how far are you from Branson to Spokane?
Well,
Spokane?
probably about a half hour.
Okay, that's not bad then.
No, it's not
Yeah.
not a long commute.
Yeah. So like from here, we're out of time. But so like from here to your place is about what, hour and a half?
Yes, it's an hour and a half from your place to my place.
Okay, from the studio to there. Okay. Hey, we got to go for a break, but we'll be back. I can't talk tonight. What's wrong? My teeth up. We'll be back with Tom Lovato, and he's going to sing for us right after these messages. Hey, Tom, one more time. Where can they contact you at? What is that ministry?
Lost and Found Ministries, 112 Water Lane, Spokane, Missouri, 65754.
Oh, you're doing good. Hey, Georgette, did you know Kelly's Country Junction comes on this station?
And Kelly Lee James is my favorite.
Well, a lot of folks say I look like him.
In your dreams.
Hard to believe you're Joanne's little sister. I met you, you were 6 years old in that sandbox. I should have let that cat covered you up.
Homer, listen.
You listen.
No.
Don't start on me. And we're back after those commercial breaks. And my guest tonight has been Tom Lovato. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay, I always have to check. I forget. But now you got a guitar. How long have you been playing guitar?
Well, I think I picked up the guitar right around 16.
Okay.
I was working at a JB's Big Boy, and I got my first paycheck. And before I went home, I hopped on a bus and I shot up to Salt Lake City, Utah. Went to a pawn shop and bought my first guitar.
What was it? You remember?
Yeah, it was a Hondo 2.
Oh, wow. My first guitar was a Gibson.
Oh.
Yeah, I was 14, and my first real guitar, and I wish I'd have kept that. That could have been worth some money now.
Well, mine was a worthless guitar. The action on the guitar was about an inch off the neck. I didn't know a good guitar from a bad guitar.
No, I didn't either. I just happened to get a nice Gibson guitar and didn't know what I had.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't know.
So I traded in that piece of junk for a nice Yamaha.
There you go.
And then I started learning how to play guitar much better.
Yeah.
I struggled with the old one.
Yeah, you know, we was talking, Jason Richardson, a good friend of mine is a guitar player. We were talking about, okay. We were talking about guitars. The more guitars you have, the better you are.
Oh.
So, so that's the key, you know, buy more guitars and the more you get better, see.
Yeah.
You're going to do a song for us. This is called Coming to Me.
Right.
Okay. This is one of your worship songs?
Well, yeah, it's one of my originals off the You Were Always There CD.
Okay. Tom, go ahead and do that for the folks.
Well, I guess it's been about 25 years ago. My memory fails me so often. Oh, but here's one thing that won't let go. I can see
Bye.